My bills as a 23-year-old single mom. This is basic necessities only. So my rent is $2,600. I live in Buckhead, so damn near anywhere in Buckhead, a 2-bedroom, because I got a kid, that's gonna be $20.
They always live in Atlanta most of the time.
In the 2000s for sure. My phone bill is $800. Now before y'all start asking me why is my phone bill $800, I got my 2 brothers on there, my cousin on there, my daddy on there, and I got 2 phones on there. And then my brothers and my cousin, they all have iPads on there as well. So it's like,
that's diabolical. First of all, your rent being 26, nobody in a 2-bedroom that is under the age of 30, unless you're a millionaire or unless you're well on the way to being a millionaire, should have rent that is above $2,000. I don't care if you have to lower the area that you live in. And again, I'm not even going to address the single mother thing right now because that's not important. The more important thing is how are we managing our budget and our finances? And most of the time, we spend our way out of success. And what that means is it's much easier to climb a mountain when you don't have rocks inside of your backpack. And so, right now she's 23 years old and she's feeling invigorated and she's a hustler and she's in Atlanta and whatever, so on and so forth. And I'm sure she's going to talk about later in the video of how it is that she makes her money. But more importantly are the expenses that we have on a daily basis. When you have an $800 phone bill, and most of it is not even of your doing, that is a problem. That is a huge problem. And this is one of the reasons why we are considered the biggest consumers, which is beneficial to the banks because the banks look at how much they can lend you based off of your ability to be able to pay it back. That's the whole idea of a credit score. But when you need it as a consumer, when you have consumer debt, because we always talk about debt and how debt is not bad and how we need to, more importantly, be concerned about the credit score, but the credit score is only there because they're evaluating whether or not they want to lend to you. And so when you have consumer debt, which you then pay interest on, or you overspend, you remove your ability to be able to put more money into the things that really matter, like stocks and cryptocurrency. And so we basically working and trading in our time for money so that we can buy stuff or take care of people that are unwilling to take care of themselves.
Like, it be like between $800 and $900. My
That's
insurance
crazy.
is $600. I live in Atlanta. That's self-explanatory. Georgia Power is like $100. Wi-Fi is $70. My gym membership is $267. It's really supposed to be $300, but because I'm under 27 or 25, it's only $267. The 40-piece discount. I got a trainer. He charged $495 for the month, and my credit cards are $100, which comes up to $5,032.
And that's not even probably paying off the entirety of the balance. This is bad. It's absolutely horrible. And I hate to see people go through this and making bad decisions and having self-inflicted wounds on a regular basis because we don't have to be in this position. I don't know if we just got this thing where we're trying to keep up with the Joneses. I don't know if it's a thing where we trying to validate ourselves in the face of other people and, we trying to put ourselves in this worst position ever. But I think about the things that I was buying and the stuff that I was doing before I was 26 when I wound up going broke in '08 before I had my daughter, and then I had to recover. And then eventually I got myself to a space where I could really financially break out because I minimized the things that it was costing me and I put more energy into the stuff that was going to actually be an asset. And then, now my daughter is in a great position because she wouldn't have to take out student loans in order to get an education in college. So, I really stress that it's the things and the decisions that you make earlier in your life. And again, it doesn't really matter, how much you make and whether you can afford it or none of that. None of that matters. The only thing that matters is whether or not you'll be in a position in 10, 20 years to where you don't have to hustle. You don't have to work. You don't have to go out there and grind, but you can do the things that you're passionate about because the decisions that you made early, the education that you got, the limiting of the bills, the putting money into assets that's now rolling over and then generating a lot more revenue is going to be the thing that then sustains you for the rest of your life. And then life is on easy mode. And the only thing you got to worry about is making sure that you develop the character to go along with the assets.
That was just the basic necessities. These hairstyles that y'all see every motherfucking week, lashes, nails, toes, everything else, bitch, you add it up. Now, I'm pretty sure y'all wondering, how the fuck do this bitch afford this shit? Is she selling pussy? No, not yet. I'm just playing, y'all. I would never do that. I have different ways for making money, but one of my favorites that I've been doing so far, and it's only my all of them are my favorites because they don't require a lot of effort, and if they do require a lot of effort, I'm actually doing something that I like. But this one is my favorite because I can teach other people how to do it as well. And a lot of people with other ways that I make money, like when I trade, people be like, oh, I'm not smart enough to do that. Digital marketing, people feel like you have to have followers to do that, which you don't. You don't have to have followers to do that. It's a passive.
This is why don't nobody in Atlanta actually got a job. If you go out on a freeway or you go out and it's fucking, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock in the daytime and the freeways is full, you like, what? Ain't nobody got no job here? Because everybody is in hustle culture. Everybody is trying to figure it out. Everybody is trading, finessing, selling it, all of this other type of stuff. And it's like, you're not going to have any regular people in Atlanta no more. And you be trying to figure out what's the customer service industry like because everybody is trying to hustle their way to the top.
Form of income. You don't have to, but whatever. But I've been doing something called SaaS, which is sales as a service. And my service that I sell is basically AI. That's just me. But it's a lot of different systems as a service platforms that you don't even know you're using, like Canva. Canva is the systems as a service platform. You pay a subscription for it if you got, like, not the free version. But you can pick from all these different platforms. Netflix, Zoom, Google Workplace. All of those is systems as a service platform that make hella passive income. Because once you lock in as a client, you pay a monthly subscription. Me, with my AI Google reviews, not only do I have the AI Google reviews, I get my clientele through AI as well. So it's literally...
I still, honestly, as a person that is, ascended to the highest levels of technology within legacy, industries like banking and mortgages, and I still don't know what the hell she do, to be honest with you. And I'm just being real. And I'm sure that listen, as long as you're doing it legally and you're not finessing nobody and you're not taking advantage of people, cool. But I clearly, like, what AI are you selling? What does it do? What exactly is it generating? And I appreciate y'all for sending me the video, and I always like to make sure that I give credit to the content creator. So that link will be down in the description. But I genuinely don't know what she do. And all she's saying to me is that she a hustler again. And that's going to get old. She's 23 right now with a kid. That get old as fuck. Honestly, it wears on you as a woman, as a man. I know that your body is made to withstand and, endure through other things. And you made to have multiple jobs and all of that. But honestly, it's crazy. I hope she's stacking, and I hope she makes an egregious amount of money so that she can stack up. Because I'm not really sure what she's explaining right now.
Hands off of me. All I have to do is make my website and collect my motherfucking funds. Anyways, I'm doing a Zoom on this on Wednesday. The Zoom is $10 if you want to come in, look, and learn. And I'm also going to be showing y'all how to...
Still, baby. Just be still. Just slow down. Talking to the camera.
Actually get leads, how to actually get customers. You set your AI up, and once your AI is set up, bitch, you don't got to do shit. Your hands off. Check on it every week, once a week for about an hour. Make sure everything running smoothly. You're done. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So let me just get back to the original part of the video. And the original part of the video was the part that I felt like was concerning as far as the costs. And it really doesn't matter how much money you make if your personal costs are so high to where it basically is just sustaining a lifestyle instead of being able to create an egregious amount of assets, then I think that people are doing it wrong. That's just my opinion. Make sure you guys tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description. Also, Teach Henley, 40% off your first order, 20% off for life. Thank you, Teach Henley, for continuing to sponsor what we got going on over here on the Anton Daniels channel. Millionaire Morning Show is coming up soon. I love you guys. I appreciate y'all. What do you think is a reasonable budget? Let me know inside of the comments. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I'm going to holler at y'all later. Peace.